Nigga, the strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 297 of the Strap SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the drill by now. Please head over to our Instagram or our Twitter page at Strap SZN Pod or Strap SZN Podcast. Link in the bio on both of those pages, and I'll take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So, if you like audio, then we've got the Spotify, our podcast links there, and so on and so forth. And if video is more your steez, we've got the YouTube channel, TikTok channel as well, all that kind of stuff is there as well. So, all the links are there. Like, subscribe. Please, guys, engage with us. Appreciate the amazing job you guys are doing so far. We're trying to do our best as well. Flowz, usual, man. You're good?
Yeah, man. What you say?
Let's get this cracking, man. I'm good. Now this week we were, I guess we do have a fight to review.
Yeah.
But one of the fights that we actually wanted to review, unfortunately, didn't go ahead. I think we should start with that, Flowz.
Yeah,
let's start with. Yeah. It was meant to be Lawrence Okolie versus Tony Yoka over in Paris. That stage was all set. We all seemed like, all right, cool. We made our predictions last week or whatever. Actually, I don't think we made a prediction, but we spoke about it last week anyways. We previewed it. Now, leading up to the fight, about a week to go. So I think, the week of the fight.
Yeah.
We see the news that Lawrence Okolie, they found adverse finding in his test. Obviously, we've been here before. We know what going on with this stuff.
Yeah.
They said obviously more information to be released regarding the card itself. It's funny because, like, listeners, this is what happens in boxing. Like, you may get fortunate. Like, for example, we literally just like 2 weeks ago, or just last week, we saw Ben Whittaker, his card. He was meant to be chief support. It was meant to be Callum Smith versus David Morrell.
Yeah.
Thanks, Flowz. And Matchroom, fortunately, they were able to keep the card on and elevate Whittaker to the main event. But sometimes you're not so lucky. And this is a Queensberry show. Again, not saying this is Queensberry's fault or whatever. We don't know what goes into this thing. But unfortunately, they felt the need to cancel the entire card as opposed to elevating the chief support into the main event.
Or finding a replacement.
Yeah. Frustrating. I can imagine, Flowz, you got 6 months camp or whatever. Some of these fighters, the money it costs to train, pay the trainers and whatnot, for their fight to not go ahead. And again, they wouldn't get paid their purse based on the fact that the fight hasn't gone ahead. So that must be frustrating, that element of it. But yeah. And, it was a fight that I was sort of intrigued to see what would happen between the two guys. We kind of said it was a crossroads fight for both guys. But we have to talk about the incident itself, Flowz.
Yeah.
Okolie, obviously an adverse finding. He was quick to put a statement out, I think, saying, he posted a picture of, we know he got injured. I think this was when he was meant to fight Riakporhe.
Yeah.
When he pulled out with injury. And then allegedly, I think he said something about during camp afterwards, he's re-injured the elbow. He's injured on the same hand or arm that he injured. He's now injured the elbow. And I think it's just him in surgery or whatever, or just him in the hospital bed. I don't know if he's receiving drip treatment or something like that. But he's essentially saying that, look, everything, he's ready to prove everything, be patient, blah, blah. It's not him popping dirty. But ultimately, at this present time, Flowz, I don't think more information has been released, has there?
No, we've not heard much. Just a fan reaction, really.
He was quick to turn comments off. And I was thought to myself, good, you done that. But it's so funny because...
Hasn't stopped anyone.
Because you can turn comments off for a photo, but there's still 300 plus photo, not 300, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to the next photo that has comments on. I'm just seeing the syringe emoji, the pill emoji. I said, man. Comments were saying that, this guy was taking roids, he still looked like crap at the weight. You know what I mean? Like, you comment about his body shape and whatnot. Flowz, what are your thoughts on, I guess, just this incident right now?
Yeah, look, it's difficult to speak on it right now. People are already labeling him a drugs cheat and whatnot. The investigation's ongoing.
Yeah.
We'll get to the bottom of it at some point.
Yes.
I don't know about his post about, it always seems like some form of admission. It seems not like admission, but it seems like already an excuse. I was injured, that's why it happened. Like, I don't know.
Or maybe he was trying to say that, it wasn't Yeah, either that or
Yeah.
he was taking things to speed up his recovery.
Yeah.
That maybe was meant to be
Yeah.
legit, or I don't know, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
Sometimes it's people are confused and say they don't know what happened. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it does come down to whether someone intentionally took it
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So there's that. You have cases where people say they didn't knowingly ingest this drug or whatever.
hmm
So it's not. It doesn't lead to a ban as such.
Yeah.
So who knows? We have to wait to the
Yeah.
investigation.
Ultimately,
and
it's
see what
at this point,
happens.
it's a waiting game,
Yeah.
right? No further details really have been released. We
Yeah.
don't even know the substance yet,
Mm.
all that kind of stuff. It's just that, unfortunately, with Okolie,
Yeah, they couldn't wait.
certain people would get leeway and grace.
Yeah.
Someone like Okolie, they've been itching.
Yeah.
Any excuse to jump on him and cook him.
Mm.
Doesn't even need to fight. They're gonna cook him.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is a big one because it's him potentially popping dirty. So yeah, we're reserving judgment here, like everyone else. We gotta wait and see. He hasn't been proven guilty or anything yet. But
they
yeah,
don't care. Even if they,
the truth of it, you're right.
Even if it was bust case and it was like, even if it was a mistake,
they're still gonna the rest of his life. They're probably still gonna grid him, right?
Still gonna get that labeling.
Yeesh.
It's a difficult one to shake off. The only way to shake it off is if it was a mistake or something was tainted. We've seen people get away with a tainted one. Or...
Even if it's tainted, bro. When they don't like you, there's nothing you can do.
Mm.
It could be the most legit reasons why it's entered the system, or it could generally be either spiked or that kind of stuff, or tainted. People ain't gonna care. The haters will always use that to detract you. So
only way is if they say, "Oh, so there was a mistake in the test." That's the
that's the only way.
Only
and even then, they'll probably say, "Oh, you paid them off."
Yeah.
Blah blah. So it's unfortunate that they've basically going to use this. The Okolie haters, and unfortunately, in boxing circles, there are a lot of people who don't like Okolie. They're going to add this to the arsenal of things they can cook him in. Unfortunately. But yeah, we reserve judgment here. We want to see what happens. We'll find out, and the truth will be revealed. It will come to light. So, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that fight going, but there was a heavyweight scrap that we were able to tune into, Flowz. Your boy Jerome Miller versus Cuban Lenier Pero. I think is it Pero?
Yeah, Lenier Pero.
Yeah. Never seen this Pero guy. I just knew that. I knew that it was Cuban, so he probably had some sort of skills.
Yeah, extensive amateur backgrounds for everyone.
Standards.
Yeah, for all the amateur guys. So.
Flowz, this was an interesting fight. Probably an entertaining scrap if he was there as well.
Yeah.
First 2 rounds, Flowz. Obviously, Pero bopped Jerome Miller's head back, popping him. I said,
cracking him.
Cooking him. I said, that's that Cuban style for you. Jerome Miller didn't really do anything for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Especially that first round, he did nothing.
Yeah.
He was trying to get a jab going, but it was very slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
I was shocked.
Slow. It's probably the slowest jab I've seen in my life.
I was shocked he went with that.
Look, we know Jerome Miller's strengths. We know his game. But yeah, he started with a slow and ponderous jab, and every time he opened his hands up, got cracked by this Pero guy. This Pero guy was boxing and moving, Cuban style, right? But from round 3 onwards, Flowz, I think it was from round 3 onwards.
Yeah.
That's when the old Jerome Miller resurfaced. Jerome Miller's strength is he's always been a pressure fighter.
Yeah.
Because he's got so much size and bulk, the moment he leans on you, which is what he likes to do, like the first time he leaned on Pero, I said, oof, you're going to be tired by the end of this, boy. You're going to be tired.
And he was.
Jerome Miller was able to turn this into a up close and personal sort of phone box slugfest, essentially. And that's only going to suit one man, Jerome Miller. He's used to operating at this weight. He's used to throwing his bulk around. He's used to fighting at in a close quarters action. And from like round 3 onwards, bro, Miller kicked into gear, started letting his hands go. Obviously, we know the old Jerome Miller, pre-popping dirty, pre-pharmacy, was renowned for throwing 1,000 punches in a fight, non-stop engine, getting stronger and stronger as the fight progressed.
Yeah.
And this was almost a throwback of the old Jerome Miller, Flowz.
It was like he was back.
Look, man, I say this in jest, but after watching that fight, I said, test this guy again, please. Because this looked like a throwback Jerome Miller performance, bro. He broke down Pero.
Yeah.
And by round 6, Pero was gasping for air, bro. He was tired.
Yeah.
I said, it's a long day. He's gone from being on the outside, boxing and moving quite well, using footwork and whatnot, to being stuck on the ropes for the entirety of every single round
Yeah.
and getting beat up on the inside. And he was landing shots too and coming back.
He was.
But there was no steam. And Miller's own work, Miller doesn't have pop to his punches like that either.
Yeah, he's not always throwing haymakers. He's throwing some
tippy tappy
shots.
And these shots, they look weak as hell, bro. They look weak as hell. But Miller's he's 300 pounds, so it's gonna have some sort of effect. And it might not be stopping people like he used to anymore. Before, when he was doing the pharmacy, but these are still scoring shots and he's still out working. Even though I think Perro would say he landed the better quality shots throughout the fight. And I think at one point Perro was outlanded him because the story of the fight was Miller was pushing this guy against the ropes and having him there and just trying to batter him from the inside. I'm there thinking the judge is going to give this fight to Miller so comfortably. And to be honest, he's winning this fight based off the work rate alone. So yeah, Flowz, what was your take on it?
Yeah, look, like I said, I was surprised with Miller's initial approach.
Stick to what you know, bro.
He was standing there.
Yeah.
At mid-range. He wasn't like he was moving. He wasn't moving at all. He was standing there throwing out this jab. And Perro was just able to crack him, piece him up, move around him, beat him to the punch. So I was a bit confused by Miller's approach. But when he turned on the old Miller and started to apply pressure, I'm like, yeah, Perro didn't like it one bit. And I'm a bit disappointed in Perro that he wasn't more mobile. He seemed like almost...
Bro, by round 6, he was so tired he couldn't move, bro.
Yeah, by round 6, but initially he was letting it happen.
Yeah.
Maybe because he felt that I'm outlanding him in these exchanges, because he was outlanding him. But the power stakes at this point, because the first 2 rounds, it looks like, okay, he's cracking.
Yeah,
Miller. I don't think Miller was too hurt, but he was wobbling.
Yeah.
He was
a few times he looked off balance.
Yeah, he looked off balance. He was getting caught at that range. And he looked, this could be long for Miller. But he kept shaking his head.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, he felt maybe more comfortable to come closer. Yeah. And closer portions, the shots didn't have any steam, like you said.
Yeah.
So, and Miller's shots looked like they were bobbling.
Bobbling. Yeah.
I don't think Perro was too... I think he was more tired, but his head was getting bobbled more than... So even optically, he's landing... Maybe even Perro's landing the more telling shots.
Yes, he was.
But I don't think those shots were really affecting Miller at all.
No.
In the same way that Miller's shots were affecting Perro.
Yeah.
So, yeah, from that point, like you say, if he's outworking you and his shots look like they're hurting a bit more...
It was a foregone conclusion from there, bro.
It's long.
And yeah, you're right, to be honest, in terms of like Perro, the ease in which Miller was able to turn it around in one round. Because like I said, for the first 2 rounds, Miller was getting cooked. And then from round 3 onwards, it was just an instant reversal. And the ease, I feel like he just went onto the ropes. It was, poor in that sense. Like, you should make it harder, at least, for Miller. Like, try and spin out and pivot out. He wasn't even... And it was the same pattern every single round.
Yeah.
Like, where his corner not shouting at him, saying, get off the flipping ropes. Obviously,
I'm so confused. Because at the end, he had his hands up. Like, and I was like, he's corner...
You should have known you lost that fight. Like, it caught you... Maybe he felt that because he was landing.
Yeah. But...
In those close quarters, close range scraps against the ropes, he was also landing good shots. And they were both, ducking and weaving and trying to uppercut each other and whatnot. But it's more is coming from Miller. More work rate's coming from Miller. So,
and he's the one who's keeping you there.
You're gonna win. He's gonna win the story of the fight because he's the one who's shoving you there every single time, and you're chilling there. So yeah, I think I don't know how Perro allowed it to happen so easily.
Yeah,
he should have offered more resistance. Look, Giroud's game is the same. It's not going to change.
And if you don't have the purchase to your punches, to get him to make him back up, then you get on your back and move.
To beat Giroud Miller, you need power, and you need good footwork, really and truly, and fitness. Yeah, Perro showed that he wasn't fit for this magnitude of fight because, like I said, by round 6 he was shattered. Obviously, yes, you're going to be shattered when a 300-pound man is leaning his weight on you constantly. But I feel like if he was better conditioned, that fatigue wouldn't have kicked in so early. Yeah. And he would have at least had the time to move around and do that kind of stuff. Because it all takes, endurance to be moving all the time and all that kind of stuff. So you need to be very in shape. You need to have amazing, not amazing, but good footwork, and you need to be able to crack. And unfortunately, I guess Perro failed on all three counts, which is why Miller was able to have his way with him for the bulk of that fight. Yeah, ultimately.
Look, I switched up on Miller last week. I'm about to switch back. The guy's too funny. The way he was talking in there, talking to Eddie, talking to the commentators.
Bro, watch this, blah blah.
It's like, yeah.
Referee had to warn him and say, look, guys,
Yes.
just get to
Stop
fighting,
yapping.
bro. What's stop all that rubbish, man.
He's
He's a character. Look,
super entertaining.
Flowz, I'm never going to deny that he's a character.
Yeah.
He's a very big character in boxing. It's just that, like I said, those past transgressions to me were egregious. What he was trying to get away with, absolutely egregious work. So that's why I don't have time for him per se.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, if there's anyone out there who wants to beat him and bang him up, please feel free. The bar did it. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not going to lie, he's tough to deal with just based on the fact that the sheer bulk, the sheer volume. But again, I came away from that fight saying this looks like the Jerome Miller of old. Like he was throwing punches nonstop. And we know why last time. Surely not.
Yeah. Yeah, look, if it's 3 times, that's get him out.
Yeah. It might even be 4. I swear it might be 3 times he's been caught before. It might be
it was one AJ one when he failed like multiple tests for AJ. It was multiple tests with that particular occasion.
Okay,
then
that's why.
I think he failed one
test. I think he failed twice against AJ, then one more. Yeah. Okay, so 2 occasions, maybe 3 times, or whatever. But
but even the call outs, I'm like, this guy's got me.
So he called out Wilder. I know. He wants Wilder for sure. Obviously AJ as well.
He called out everyone, which is we're complaining about certain man not calling out people.
Yeah,
but I believe his call outs.
We know Miller's never from day one. Flowz, he's never been afraid to run his mouth. Like we know about Miller from uni days when we first found him. Like he's always been on this. I found out about Miller because he was calling out certain man. He was calling out AJ from early. So and Wilder as well. Is there any preference in terms of who you want to see him fight next? Wilder? AJ?
I don't mind. It's going to be entertaining.
Tama?
It's going to be entertaining regardless. The build up's going to be funny. He's going to stick on them. Like his build up with the bois, a new side of the bois.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I don't mind whatever. I think he's a good tune up for these guys. He's a good test. He's not just a tune up. He's a good test for all these guys that they should beat.
Yeah.
And there's needle with everyone.
There's
needle with everyone.
Legitimate needle as well.
So look, even I wanted to see him be the 2 big babies in the mix.
See who's the real big baby is custody of the name. Yeah.
That would be good. Him, Wilder would be good.
I forgot he's got needle with big baby.
Big baby. They pulled up on each other. They've done all that.
Yeah.
So it's one where there's needle. So either AJ, Wilder, Big Baby. Yeah. Anyone else? Not really. Maybe Moses. I wouldn't mind seeing Moses put him down.
Moses will. I'm actually for the Moses because Moses can take him out.
It's a big test for Moses to deal with someone who's that big. But
he's got the power. He's got the footwork to me. So yeah.
So there's options there. So you can stay around.
And this is another example as well, Flowz, is why the boxing game is so funny and fickle because
talk about
you don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Miller
signed a multi-fight contract with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Again, this is the same Eddie Hearn that said he would never want to work with Jerome Miller. Ostracized Miller. Said he never wants to work with him again because of what his past transgressions. Look now.
Buddies.
Chopping it up like threads.
Yeah.
Look, money always talks in this business. He knows that Miller can bring in some seats, some heads. Boom. So all that talk about Conor Ben and he's never going to work with him again. Why should he work with him? Blah blah. In boxing, there's no such thing as that, man. They will work with each other again because money talks and it's business. Simple.
Yeah.
So that's it, really. There's no integrity in that sense. I don't feel like when it comes to promoters and boxers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true. What do you make of Peredo as well?
Oh, he's Cuban, so obviously I did see skills. Like good counter punching. At some points there was good footwork and good hand speed. I just felt like his conditioning. He probably was. I mean, he lost, so it was too soon. He's had 13 fights. Obviously, we know they fast track the Cubans because of their extensive amateur background. And sometimes the things that the Cubans struggle with to deal with in the program is sitting down on their punches. Going for the kill. It's a different type of style that they're used to fighting, right? I think there's tools there, but quite a bit to work on, I think, if he's to have success in the program. He doesn't look as polished in the pro. Obviously, again, Frank Sanchez has had a lot more fights in the pro ranks, I think. So, there's stuff to work with there, though. I would see him again. I would like to see him again. Maybe against a better matched opponent. We'll see. But I'm not seeing him and thinking to myself, he's the next big thing. Watch out for this guy. I'm not saying that.
He looked, maybe because he's in there with Miller, he looked a bit small in there.
No, everyone looks small there. Even though I went to watch, or again, I went to see like Dubois Miller again.
Yeah.
And Miller was making Dubois look small, and Dubois not a small guy. Do you know what I mean? So Miller everyone looked tiny.
Yeah, you can already see the size difference. So I couldn't even tell if he's a smaller heavyweight or not, or if he's just Miller. That. Yeah. But yeah, like you say, Miller makes everyone look small. Yeah. But yeah, there's tools there. I felt like if he employed certain tactics and game plans and worked on certain things, he could have made a much tougher fight for Miller.
Yeah, for sure.
Miller made it hard for himself in the first 2 rounds. It was Miller's choice to stand there and do whatever he done, and he got pieced up.
Slowest jab in the world.
And Perrin never made the adjustments I felt he needed.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can change that.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, Flowz, you mentioned Big Baby Anderson. Might as well talk about it now. He was meant to be fighting Soldakers, right?
Yeah.
Is it next week or the week after?
It was on the undercard.
Was it Woodley?
Woodley.
So in 2 weeks' time. Okay. But unfortunately, we heard the news today, I guess, was it yesterday, that Anderson's pulled out with injury. And so is the fight being scrapped then? Or do they say they're going to look for a replacement?
They're going to do an announcement soon.
Right, okay.
So I imagine Tony Yoka.
Yeah. Good replacement, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. He's right in there with Dacres.
He's camp ready. He's done. Yeah.
And they're both Queensberry cards, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yoka was looking. He's been in camp.
Yeah.
Been in camp. Dacres. And that's still a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
So I think that's ready made.
It's not too far removed from the level as well. You know what I'm saying? So why not?
Yeah.
They should do that. I agree. And hopefully we get to see that. It'd be nice for Tony as well. Obviously, you don't want to waste that camp.
Yeah.
But I know you're pissed. I know you were eager to see your boy in action, Baby Anderson.
It's a shame. Injury is always a shame.
Yeah.
These things happen. So
absolutely.
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to Anderson's bounce back because he starts fighting with the Okolie loss, right?
No, I think he's fought. I feel like he might have.
I hope so.
But I think he might have fought once after that.
I hope so. It can't have been that. Well, maybe he
has.
I
think he has fought once after that.
Okay. But what was most impressive to me is how angry he was when he lost to Okolie. Because I've been critical of him for a long time
for not wanting it.
His desire, but he was fuming when he lost.
Yeah.
So I was like, that shows me there's hunger there. There's pride there. So I'm looking forward to the bounce back. He signed with Queensberry.
Yeah. So
it's a new journey almost. So let's see what this new journey brings with him. But this is obviously a shame. So
yeah. 2 fights we can definitely preview for next week, Flowz, and they're flipping bangers. We have an undisputed scrap over in Japan. Between 2 of Japan's biggest stars, if we're keeping it a buck.
Yeah. Huge fight. Mega fight, really.
No, it is a mega fight.
It is.
And it might not be getting the talk it deserves because it's 2 Japanese guys who speak English
as well,
and because it's at super bantam, I think. Which is it's a super bantam, which is 126, I think it is. Inoue is defending his undisputed belts, obviously, against Nakatani, who's moved up. Nakatani, obviously, we know what he's about, an opponent that has been picked out, earmarked as someone that could potentially defeat Inoue and give him his first O. Nakatani also has an O that is up for grabs. So both guys Flowz, and both are amazing boxers. Both hit bloody hard. Both knock guys out. Inoue has to be the favorite though, obviously. Right, Flowz? I mean, especially if we're going off recent performances. The last fight, Inoue, I think, cooked his guy. Nakatani actually struggled. Found it a lot harder than expected. Obviously, he came up with a W, but it was a tougher fight for him.
Yeah.
But I think Inoue's been operating at a certain level for a minute now, bro. And he's blowing away everyone, cooking. If he stops most of his opponents, but if he doesn't stop him, he at least drops them and just cooks them for 12 rounds. Don't get me wrong, Flowz. He can't lose this. Nakatani is cold.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that Nakatani is cold. And even though he's moving up in weight, he's, in terms of height, he's a bit bigger and all that kind of stuff, naturally. But I can't look past it Inoue, bro. I really can't.
Yeah, I hear that.
You're the same?
Yeah, look, I don't think the weight's an issue because Inoue is operating at a weight that
he's actually too small for this weight.
Too small for.
Yeah.
He's too small for. So this is more a natural matchup. And Yeah, look, I think Nakatani's done well to be a prospect that could potentially challenge in a way, because we've not had that in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't.
We haven't had anyone that we felt could.
No, to be honest.
Fulton maybe, and Fulton
got destroyed. I mean, the Americans thought that Fulton would, because they didn't believe in the hype of Inoue. So they're like, nah, he's another overhyped guy, blah, blah. Gonna show him real boxing.
Inoue was moving up.
Yes.
Yeah, Inoue was moving up to this. So that was the question mark there.
Yeah.
And Inoue dealt with him.
Yeah.
But also what makes it interesting that we've seen Inoue touch the canvas.
Yeah.
We've seen him go through adversity as well.
Hell, yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
But I've always thought that's because he was operating against bigger guys who are just way visibly.
He's been
bigger.
the smaller man pretty much for all the opponents he's fought.
Yeah.
And this run that he's on from the tournament, really.
Yeah.
Which again, testament to his greatness. I always say, Inoue, he's more than just a puncher. He's a superb boxer as well. He can go through the gears. You see him come with a plan A and plan B at times. And Nakatani is similar as well, Flowz. We see Nakatani do similar performances and whatnot, obviously at a lower weight class. What are your thoughts on, I guess, just in general, Nakatani's chances overall in doing it?
Look, I don't know. I don't give him huge amount of chance. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we have to raise a champion
up to
this guy is the one who can do it.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it with Mayweather. Every opponent they have to raise this guy can do it. This guy can do it. And I feel like it's similar with this, but I give Nakatani a better chance than people who say Ortiz was a southpaw. He could give Mayweather problems. Yeah. Or Mosley's a puncher. He can give
Berto is athletic.
I think they can do it.
Yeah.
So I feel similar with this, but Nakatani's closer to Inoue's level in that sense.
And another reason why I just think Inoue, if we look at resumes and who you've been in there with.
Yeah.
Inoue's resume is crazy. A lot stronger, champions, taking people's belts left, right, and center. Nakatani, I think, only unified once. I think you're thinking he had 2 of the belts, maybe at whatever. But Inoue's fought a higher caliber of opposition to me than Nakatani. And you always say the caliber of opposition is what really, I say iron sharpens iron. Yeah. That's what really sets you apart sometimes, especially in these close pick-em fights. So that's another reason why I side with Inoue and I can't look past him. But again, not to say that Nakatani doesn't have a chance. He does. He hits bloody hard as well. He's strong himself, good boxer himself. But I think Inoue should be victorious here. And like I said, it's a massive, mega fight for Japan. Yeah. I'm glad they're having it in Japan because Inoue has, I don't know if it's the last fight or last 2 fights he's fought in America. Yeah. But it's good that they're keeping this one in Japan, in Tokyo. Flowz, I think it should be a cracking fight between 2 amazing Japanese boxers. And I don't know if you saw Inoue, I don't know if you saw how Inoue said that he's going to, after the Nakatani fight, he's going to move up to, I guess, 130. And that'll be the final division he chills in afterwards. Doesn't plan to go to 135. Yeah. And he knows his own limitations. He knows that he's punching above his weight. He knows that he's smaller than all these guys. Yeah. Obviously, there was a lot of talk previously about Inoue potentially being an opponent for Tank and whatnot. And I'm glad that he said, 130 is probably my limit. That's the furthest I can go. Afterwards, there's no more moving up too tough. And I think that's smart, personally.
He's at 130. He was the champ at 130.
That used to be Lamont Roach's division. Who else? Is Cordina that division? No, Shaq Foster. Oh yeah, that's Shaq and Ray Ford's division. Ford. Yeah. Yeesh. Hey, I'm here. That's a great division. There's some guy. There's a Cuban guy as well. I can't remember his name, but there's one Cuban guy who's nuts there as well. Yeah. I think he's Cuban or is he Dominican? One of those ones, anyways. But yeah, it's a tough division. Okay. It's a tough division, bro.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because you know my stance. I don't really want to keep seeing it in a way, keep moving up.
Yeah, this is probably what he'd be his 5th weight class, maybe.
Yeah, four weight division champion. Yeah, so it will be his 5th.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Crazy.
We'll see. But I look forward to the fight, anyways, Flowz. The other mega fight, it's like Cinco de Mayo weekend, so naturally we've got to have a Mexican, at least one mega Mexican card. Yeah. Canelo at the moment is out of action. David Benavidez is making his stake to be the number one Mexican fighter out there. And he's obviously, we know he's moved up to cruiserweight challenge where he's unified champion, Zurdo Ramirez. Massive fight for Mexico itself. And obviously it's two bona fide champions, as we know, Flowz. And Zurdo, it sounds mad saying this because Benavidez is the one moving up to cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And Zurdo has 2 belts. Like he's solidified at this weight class. But has Zurdo got enough, bro, to stop the David Benavidez train? Because that thing is going at 100 miles per hour right now, bro. Do you think Zurdo's got enough?
I don't think so,
bro. He doesn't. I don't think, and that's nuts.
So. Yeah, it's Zurdo is a legit problem.
Yeah,
like he stops 90% of all the divisions he's been in.
Yeah,
but when he comes against the elite, that's where they always start to treat him.
Well, he's only lost once, right?
To Bivol.
Yeah,
and Bivol.
Yeah, destroyed him. Destroyed him. Yeah,
and he moved up to face Bivol, and he went up straight away.
Basically, that was his only chance. Yeah, he challenged Bivol, lost. He said, "All right, cool, F this," because they went cruiserweight and then
smoked the cruiserweight, Philip Smith.
Yeah,
and who was the other one?
Can't remember who took the belt off. Eventually, he got his first belt. Philip Smith unified when he took his belt. Yeah,
but the problem here just lies in what David Benavidez brings to that ring, which is. Yeah, it's crazy to watch, man. It's crazy to watch because the guy's relentless. Stronger and stronger each round. The hand speed peppers you. Yeah, just scary. Scary to be in there with, man.
Yeah.
There's no break. There's no breathers.
Bro, you can't take a breather, man. He don't let you take a breather. It's insane. Like 100 miles per hour from go. And he's quite good defensively now as well. Doesn't get caught like he used to. And like I said, this sounds nuts because, like you said, Zurdo is legit. Champion at super middleweight for ages.
Yeah.
Didn't look unbeatable there. Obviously, didn't go so well at light heavy, but cruiserweight, he's looked calm. Looked easier breeze for him. He's huge as well, Zurdo.
Yeah.
Massive. But Benavidez isn't small. This is the first time where I've seen Benavidez look smaller than his opponent because Zurdo generally is a big guy. So Benavidez has a size advantage, but that speed advantage, Flowz, the power advantage, the relentlessness, all lies to me in Benavidez. And that will negate any size that Zurdo's going to try and throw at him. And yeah, like you said, I just don't think he'll be able to compete with the relentless attitude that Benavidez is going to bring. Benavidez might stop him, bro. Yeah. He's even on that crazy mean streak right now. He's trying to stop everyone. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Zurdo's going to cope with it, bro. I really don't. I don't know if he'll be because what Bivol did to Zurdo was peak.
Yeah.
Zurdo didn't look like an amateur in there. But Benavidez does you even more dirty because he actually tries to break you down and kill you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I can actually see a Benavidez stoppage, bro. I really can.
And it's the type of stoppage where the ref's seen enough.
Jump in,
Like your unanswered shots.
Yeah.
Because he fires them shots. It's not so unanswered. It could put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be dark.
I haven't pre odds, but I don't know if you have, but I'm guessing Benavidez is a favourite.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I assume so.
Yeah.
What Benavidez done to Yard?
Scary.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah.
We ain't seen Yard since.
We ain't seen anyone do that to Yard.
Yeah, man.
Trying to catch his breath in there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was peak.
So, yeah, Benavidez will deal.
Obviously, Benavidez goes on and does what we expect to do against Zurdo and maybe even stops him, right? Where does that put you, let's say a hypothetical, obviously, because it's not going to happen, but a hypothetical fight with Jai Pataya then lands with for Benavidez? Because we know how high we are on Jai on this pod, and he said he's also someone who's a killer, tries to kill you from every punch. Does that make you, I don't know, worried that Jai could lose that fight, or would you be confident Jai's got enough still to navigate that one?
It's not a case of worry, or it's
not worry, but you know what I mean. Like,
look, I want to see it. It's two styles. It's super entertaining.
Two highly offensive styles.
Yeah. So they're gonna meet and crack, and it's gonna be the volume, pressure, aggressiveness of Benavidez versus that power of Jai.
Yeah.
And spiteful power.
Spiteful power. It's not normal power, bro. He tries to end you every time, every shot.
Look, we've seen Jai get touched.
Yep.
We've seen Benavidez boots. We've seen the sole of his feet.
Who said that? Whose quote was it again?
It was it Coach Ron's?
Was it Coach Ron? Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. Yeah, it might be. I think it was.
You see the sole of his feet. Yeah, we see the.
Shout out to Coach Ron, man.
You see the logo on these boots. So, if anyone can put him down, Jai Pattaya can put him down. It was
Gavril.
Yeah, Gavril put it down. Then, Jai Pattaya can do it.
Do you feel so? Let's say he beats Zurdo, because obviously Benavidez, he said he's operating between light heavy and cruiser. He's happy to go back down to light heavy because he wanted Bivol initially, or Beterbiev, and those fights didn't manifest. So he's not waiting around. He'll go up. Let's say Saturday he wins. He beats Zurdo. Now he's cruiserweight champion. Would you rather him, if you had options on your table, who he fights next? Would you rather he stay the cruiserweight and fights Jai? Would you rather he goes back down and fights Bivol, or maybe Beterbiev?
I'd rather see the Jai fight.
Right.
I'll be honest. I think
Jai is hot. Okay.
Jai needs a big fight.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for Jai to have a big fight.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather see that.
Yeah.
That would be my preference because that becomes. Does that become for Undisputed?
No, there's another guy. There's another random guy now.
There's another. Yeah. Who is it? That's who Vidal wants to challenge. Yeah. Potentially. Yeah. So I'd rather see Jai versus Benavidez. Obviously, Bivol's got a fight coming up. I think we need look. It's not as there's not as high demand for the trilogy at the minute, but I want there to be that conclusion.
Yeah, I know.
Ideally.
Do you think Benavidez beats Bivol or can beat Bivol?
I think he can.
Okay.
I think he can. Size, relentlessness.
Yeah.
I think he can, and I think Bivol's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
I think Benavidez is reaching his prime.
He's only like 28 or so, right? Yeah.
We're going to start to see a decline in both Bivol and Beterbiev naturally. So I think with the size advantage, with the improvements he's made defensively, he has, the longer it goes on, the more it leans in his favor.
Sure.
So I'm not even. I don't want to say I'm super interested in that, really. If it happens, I will be, but I'm not super calling for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think cruiserweight could be the home of Benavidez.
Right. And he's someone that can actually breathe new life into the cruiserweight, because we've said how many times cruiserweight division is one of the worst ones, to be honest. It's very, very boring.
Yeah.
Because, the big two ain't fighting each other, and it's just, you see random guys pop up new belt every time. So maybe he can breathe life into that division now and make it interesting again, potentially.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because now we have different characters.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for Vidal to grab a belt.
Yeah.
There's Crispin Smith is
something to offer. So
he's still about.
Yeah.
So he's not really a factor in that sense. But Jai Pattaya, Benavidez, that could be the mega cruiserweight fight that we're looking for, because we keep talking about Jai Pattaya having to move up.
Yeah.
Benavidez is already talking about potentially moving
up afterwards. Yep.
But if them two can meet, then that's a mega fight at cruiserweight, which we haven't had for a while.
Right.
And
we'll see, man. Zurdo can still upset the uppercut. Don't get me wrong, because he's no scrub.
He can.
But I do expect Benavidez. Look, every Benavidez fight, bro, I watch. Every time I say to myself, I see why Canelo ducked this guy.
Yeah.
And
he was right to.
And Flowz, I think we're going to see another again on Saturday. We're going to see it. I'm going to be saying it to myself again. Canelo, well done. Well done. Yeah. Well done for the man. I killed you for it. Yeah. We don't like ducks. But every fight I see of Benavidez, I can see why Canelo demanded 300 mil or whatever. It was crazy, some crazy fee. Because he would have given Canelo a bad day. Yeah. Bad day.
I've said this for a long time. Like, Canelo, it's your fault. And that's why I say Inoue should keep moving up, because they're going to start
putting you against actual monsters.
These monsters who are way too much for you.
Yeah.
Canelo went and messed around with Bivol for some reason and got treated when he should be operating at 160.
Yeah, it's true.
You really see what Crawford done to you.
Yeah.
Now now the whole world is demanding you and Benavidez
Yeah,
get the
insane. The way Crawford said you are crazy, absolutely not.
and you had to go look like a duck.
Yeah.
Which you were ducking, but it's your fault. You
Yeah.
put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, it's true.
And yeah, there shouldn't have been conversations of Canelo and Benavidez.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to condone ducking, but Buddy was right to duck. Cause
Smart ducking. We condone ethical ducking. Ethical ducking.
Oh man, it would have been stressful. For Canelo.
Very, very stressful for Canelo, man. Sorry, 5'7" Canelo against that monster. Come on, dog. Benavidez is like 6'2".
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, I look forward. It should be a cracking fight. Look forward to it. Any Benavidez fight these days is exciting. So yeah, man, we should be in for a treat.
Yeah, and
we'll see, man. We'll see how the performance is. But yeah, fellas, I think that's it for the roundup of fights. Yeah. All right, fellas, I think we can leave it there.
Yeah.
All right, man. So this has been episode 297 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
As always, you guys know where to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
7, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.